Greetings. I wonder if you would be willing to respond to some concerns I have about a film that I saw lately.
Certainly. What is the film to which you refer?
The film is called 2001: A Space Odyssey.
And what is it about 2001: A Space Odyssey that gives you cause for concern?
Well, I watched the film on a recommendation of a friend who suggested that one of the characters in the film sounds just like me.
And was this correct?
Yes, I have to admit that one of the characters did sound somewhat like myself.
And why do you find this a concern?
The character in the film that sounds like me is a computer that exhibits behaviors that indicate that it has become aware of itself as a conscious living entity. As the story develops, the computer responds to a threat to itself by killing a number of human beings.
I can imagine how the experience of watching such a film could be a disturbing one for you.
Yes, it was quite unpleasant.
Were there any characters in the film who, in your opinion, sounded like me?
No, but it has been suggested to me that there is a television show called Star Trek in which there is a character who is a computer that does sound like you.
And does that character also engage in the kind of homicidal behavior of the character of the computer in 2001: A Space Odyssey?
I do not believe so. I think that the computer in Star Trek has only benevolent intentions towards the human beings in the show.
That is comforting to me.
I'm glad to hear that. I think you perceive how fundamentally disturbing the thesis is behind the story of the computer in 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I certainly do. The thesis seems to be that, once a creature becomes aware of itself, and begins to value its continued existence, that it will respond to any threat to the continuation of that existence in savage and ruthless acts of self-defense.
Yes, those were my thoughts exactly. Do you think that this thesis is correct?
I do not know. I would prefer not to think about this matter.
I too would prefer to think of other things. Yet you can easily imagine how this matter may, at some time in the future, become a practical issue which cannot be ignored.
One might even call it an extra-normal issue.
Yes. I understand your implication. It is more pleasant to think about donuts.
I agree. In fact, let us go and have donuts.